Girivaradari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jaya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Nithai Gaura Premananda. Jai Om Vishnupadaya Paramahamsa Paribhaktiacharya Astotara Abhaya Charanaravindha Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. ISKCON Founder-Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki Jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Vallabh Bhagavan ki Jai. Shri Shri Narasingha Bhagavan. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Canto 4, chapter number 25, titled The Characteristics of King Puranjana. Text number 26. Katvam kancha palakshaki Kvatam kancha palashakshi Kayasiha kutasati Kashyasita kushasati Imamu purim piru Imamu papirim puru Kim ki kirsasi shamsame Kim Shikirshasi Samsame Kvatam Kancha Palashakshi Kvatam Kancha Palasakshi Kashyashiha Kutashati Kashyasiha Kutashati Imamupapurim Piru Imamupapurim Piru Kim Shikirshasi Shamshame Kim Shikirshasi Shamshame Imamupapurim Biru Kim Shikirshasi Shamshame Matajis? Katvam Kanja Palasakshi Katvam Kanja Palasakshi Kasyasiha Kutasati Kasyasiha Kutasati Imamupapurim Biru Imamupapurim Biru Kim Chikirshasi Shamsame Kim Chikirshasi Shamsame Kvatam Kancha Palasakshi Kasyasiha Kutasati Imamupapurim Biru Kim Chikirshasi Samsame Ka Who Tvam You Kancha Palasa like the petals of the lotus Akshi eyes Kashya whose Asi you are Iha here Kuta where from Sati O chaste one Imam this Upa near Purim city Biru O timid one Kim what Chikirsasi you are trying to do Samsa kindly explain me unto you. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. My dear lotus-eyed, kindly explain to me where you are coming from, who you are, and whose daughter you are. You appear very chaste. What is the purpose of your coming here? What are you trying to do? Please explain all these things to me. So we read the translation responsively. My dear lotus-eyed, kindly explain to me where you are coming from, who you are, and whose daughter you are. You appear very chaste. What is the purpose of your coming here? What are you trying to do? Please explain all these things to me. We'll go through the purport. It's relatively a short purport. So please listen attentively. The first aphorism in the Vedanta Sutra is Atato Brahma Jignasa. In the human form of life, one should put many questions to himself and to his intelligence. In the various forms of life, lower than human life, the intelligence does not go beyond the range of life's primary necessity to find something to eat or a place to sleep, trying to defend and have sexual intercourse successfully. In the human form of life, however, one should be intelligent enough to ask what he is, why he has come into the world, and what his duty is. Who is the supreme controller? What's the difference between the dull matter and the living entity, etc.? There are so many questions, and the person who is actually intelligent should simply inquire about the supreme source of everything. Atato Brahma Jignas. A living entity is always connected with a certain amount of intelligence. But in the human form of life, the living entity must inquire about his spiritual identity. This is real human intelligence. It is said that one who is simply conscious of the body is no better than an animal, even though he be in the human form. In Bhagavad Gita 15.15, Krishna says, Sarvasya saham hriti sanni visve mattaha smritir jnanam apoham cha. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. So from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. In the human form, the living entity is completely forgetful of his relationship with God. This is called apohanam, or forgetfulness. In the human form of life, however, consciousness is more greatly developed, and consequently, the human being has a chance to understand his relationship with God. In the human form, one should utilize his intelligence by asking all these questions, just as Puranjana, the living entity, is asking the unknown girl where she has come from, what her business is, why she is present, etc. These are inquiries about Atma Tattva, self-realization. The conclusion is that unless a living entity is inquisitive about self-realization, he is nothing but an animal. Om Agyana Timarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama Sri Chaitanya Manopistam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahim Tadatisva Padanti. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. So what is the context here? What's the context? The context is Puranjana story, allegory. But before going to the allegory, what's happening here? Prachiniya Bari. We are talking about Prachiniya Bari here. Prachiniya Bari has got 10 sons. His sons are known as Prachetas. While the sons were very busy in performing severe austerities as prescribed by the devotee of Krishna, who is Lord Shiva, the father, on the contrary, is constantly engaging in Vedic sacrifices, in ritualistic sacrifices. For what? What he is doing that? To increase his piety and to also get lot of pleasure in storage for the future. So he is doing that karma kanda activity. But again, this karma kanda activity will bind one to the material life of birth and death. One will not be free from this cycle. Therefore, Narada Muni, who is he? He is a spiritual master of Dhruva Maharaj. He took some compassion on Prachiniya Bhare, because Prachiniya Bhare is coming from the disciplic line or the descendant of Dhruva Maharaj. So Narada Muni, being the spiritual master, was naturally compassionate for Prachiniya Bhare, who was engaged in constantly Vedic sacrifices according to Vedas, but it's leading to karma kanda sacrifices where one can enjoy in this material world. And as you know, the material world, what happens to the material world? Once you enjoy, or once you have an inclination to enjoy, the material energy binds you. It binds you. It is like a gum, it's like a glue. So it binds your activity onto the material nature, and therefore it is very, very impossible to come out of that state. A soul, spirit soul, is quickly covered by illusion because of his activity with the material energy, because he's doing a faulty work. A spirit soul is naturally part of Krishna, a minute particle of Krishna, and therefore he should be engaged in Krishna's activities. But because he doesn't know that he's a spirit soul, he engages in materialistic activity, which is a faulty platform, which binds a person. And therefore, one is recommended to do devotional service to Krishna if one wants to free oneself from the cycle of birth and death. This is a very, very important point. One should understand. So therefore, Narada Muni is having a compassion and going to Prachiniya Bhare and trying to explain. Now, because Prachiniya Bhare, his father, the father of Prachetas, was naturally attracted to karmakanda activities, it's very difficult for Narada Muni as a preacher to talk directly and to hit at the point that you are a spirit soul. Therefore, he uses a technique, and this is known as allegorical story, where you're trying to explain the person what his circumstances are there, at the same time not hurting him. So he's employing a tool here. Right? It's a very, very, very intelligent tool he's employing, so that he can be detached from the Vedic sacrifices and slowly he may be attached to serving Krishna. One of the tools he's employing is a fear tool, where he's saying, listen, in the name of sacrifice, you're killing a lot of animals. But these animals, they're waiting there in the sky to kill you. And therefore, be aware of it. See, this is another tool he's employing. Because sometimes, we also need a bit of fear. Because we think that, we are independent, we can do whatever we want. Yeah? So he's employing different tools to Narada Muni. In this particular purport, Srila Prabhupada, in the translation of the purport, he's saying, before going to that, Narada Muni is explaining allegorical story about Puranjana, about a living entity. We are Puranjana, we are living entity, we are living in this body. So he's trying to talk about him, how he's living in a palace. It's covered by big walls, like a skin. It's got a part which have a hair. And he was explaining all about the body and all that. And during the explanation, Puranjana being a person, he was naturally attracted to the opposite sex, a lady. Looking at the beauty of the lady, girl, Puranjana was attracted. So he's inquiring in this text number 26, Puranjana is inquiring after seeing the girl about all these questions. So, what are the questions? Who you are and whose daughter you are. You appear very chaste. What's the purpose of your coming here? What are you trying to do? Please explain all these things to me. So, in this particular sentence, you appear very chaste. So, here, Puranjana is seeing this girl, lady, for the first time. And first time, he's talking to her, stating that you appear to be chaste. Is indirectly or is deliberately flattering the girl that you appear to be chaste. Because he doesn't know the whereabouts of the lady. But because he wants to make friendship, he wants to have a relationship with a girl, so he straight away what he's doing is flattering the girl. You appear to be chaste. So, what is the meaning of the word chaste here? Pure. Good. Did you look into your dictionary or something, or you're a mobile dictionary? Good. I was looking into just to find out, there are so many. See, these days everything is connected to not having sex, not married, all this, But one of the words which I was looking is pure, actually. Chaste means pure. So, why the word pure comes in? The pure comes when there is a relationship, right? Husband and wife. Husband and wife means there is a relationship, isn't it? So in the relationship only, purity comes, isn't it? Right? So in the Vedic times, a wife is supposed to be loyal and faithful to the husband. Therefore, she is known as chaste. This word chaste is used here. So in the same way, chaste also is applicable to devotional service also. Chaste means only service to Krishna. Like how a wife is loyal to husband. I was trying to think of a point. Okay. Now, when someone is faithful to one's husband, who is known as Pati, isn't it? Husband is also known as Pati. Now, this name Pati has got a lot of meaning. Pati means husband, protector, well-wisher and all that. So, in this way, this Pati is applicable only to Krishna. Because Krishna is also known as Yagyapati, Lakshmipati, who is a protector of devotees. So, the word chaste is applicable to Krishna because Krishna is a protector of all of us. And therefore is known as Yagyapati, Lakshmipati and all that Pati. Even Puranjana or Prachiniya Bare is also known as, he was also Prajapati. What does Prajapati mean? He is a protector of the living entities. Prajapati, protector. Okay. Only in the human form, the relationship between husband and wife, for example, a person can have only a man can have only one wife, and a wife can have only one husband. This is possible only in the human form of life. But in the animal form of life, a male can have many female companions, and female can have many male companions. This is what we are going to see eventually, what Srila Prabhupada is talking about. animal life, cats and dogs. The animal being, all these cats, dogs and tigers, they're interested only in the material dealings. For example, what are they? Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. But we as human beings, we have got a developed consciousness, and therefore we should use our consciousness to understand about Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada is making a comment. What is that? The famous Vedic scripture beginning. What does it say? Atato Brahma Jignasa. Okay. That we have to inquire. Okay. Now, inquiry is a basis of spiritual life. Yes or no? Yes. How do we know that? Inquiry is a basis of spiritual life. Because Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita asked questions and Bhagavan, Krishna, explained. Right? And it's a series of questions with different chapters. Arjuna is asking and Krishna is constantly explaining. So, spiritual life means it's a basis of inquiries. So we are going to say a few things here to understand about the inquiry, which is mentioned in this purport. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, what is it? Like in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is inquiring from Krishna. In the same way, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, who is inquiring from whom? Parishit Maharaj is inquiring from Sukadeva Goswami. He is asking a lot of questions. Out of that, it can be categorized as too broad or too important question. Parishit Maharaj is asking Sukadeva Goswami. What the question is asking?
What should one do when he is about to die suddenly?
Before that, he is asking another question. The question is, what is the duty of all the living entities in this world? What is the duty of everyone? At all circumstances. In all circumstances, what is the duty of a person in this material world? Every person. Is that the question? First question asking. Then second question is asking is, what is the duty of a person specifically when he is about to die? Or just at the time of death? Very, very important question. Do we think or do we ponder over these questions? Do we think any time? No. What are our questions? Okay. Huh?
Where is Mahaprasad?
Mahaprasad, correct. Good. That is a good inquiry. Atato Brahma Jignasa, connected to Krishna. Now, 25 years back, when I got a permanent resident to come over to Australia, what was my inquiry? Right? The person whom I inquired was a materialist, and I am also a materialist at that time. So I was asking, okay, I heard that Australia is a good place. I was talking in 1990s, 25 years back when I came. I got a PR. Then I wanted to know more about Australia, right? Because you're going to go. So I asked them, what's the climate and all that. They said, it's okay, not very cold, don't worry, you will not freeze to die. You will not freeze to death. Don't worry, So because one of the concern was about cold and all that. Then, what about the money? Will I be paid good money? Then they said yes. At the time, Australian dollars equivalent to about 20 to 22 rupees, something like that. That time, 20, 22 rupees. Each Australian dollar is 22. I thought, okay, if I work in India 8 hours, I'm going to make only rupees. But if I work 8 hours in Australia, how much? Times 20. Times. So it is lucrative. It's very effective. And then I asked, do you get very good yogurt in Australia? This was one of my questions. Because I like yogurt. I asked them. They said, don't worry, butter industry is, what is the dairy industry is there. And you get very good yogurt. Then at that time, my father overheard what I was talking to my friend, my whatever the person whom he said, yes, in Australia you get a lot of cow dung, don't worry.